I am Dr. Kamta from Trinidad. I am practicing the meditation of the Brahma Kumaris for more than 30 years because I think that meditation does not necessarily mean for those people who sit and meditate, or you are a spiritual person and you just meditate. Meditation is for everyone regardless of who you are. And I have gained a lot of experience, and I feel that I have a very balanced personality. One of the greatest puzzles of mankind is today is to know who he is. Many of us, if we are asked the question, who you are, who am I, we cannot solve this riddle, this puzzle, who am I? I have learned that I am a spiritual being. I am a soul, an Atma, or spiritual being, Ruhani, soul. And I am not this body. When I said that I am Dr. So-and-so, that is the name and label given to the body and to the profession of the body. But I am not that. In reality, I am an Atma. मैं एक आत्मा हूँ और आत्मा is in charge of this body. The Atma is the life force that controls the body. When I realize that, I know that when a person dies, the soul or the Atma separate from the body, and so the body becomes non-functional. The body is just an instrument. The body is just there for us to perform actions and to have experiences, because without the body, the Atma cannot have really experiences. So we experience pain, we experience sorrow, and so many things. Then, when we want to understand this Atma, what it looks like, it is a little difficult sometimes because it's difficult to define who am I. But in reality is, when we say Atma, we are thinking about energy, the energy that powers the body. And the energy that powers the body is energy, means it has either kinetic or potential energy. And when that energy is not there, the body cannot function. It's just like in a toy that you might have. You don't have a battery, but it needs a battery, and when you put the battery, it gets power and then it can function. In the same way this body functions. When the energy is removed, it cannot function. But very interestingly, this Atma has certain qualities. And those qualities are like man, buddhi or sanskaras. So we have a man or mind. Each one of us have a mind. It is with the mind that we create our thoughts. And whatever thoughts we have, those thoughts are the basis of our sensation, of our desire, and so many other things. For instance, if we are sitting together in a place and you like ice cream, and I gave you the thought that, okay, when we are finished talking, we will have ice cream. So you get that thought that, okay, we will get ice cream after this. Now, since you relish ice cream, when you get that thought, your mouth starts watering. Just a thought causes your mouth to start watering. And let's say you are eating that ice cream, and somebody bring a bad news to you. And when they bring that bad news to you, telling you, while you're eating this ice cream, you're enjoying it, and you get this bad news, the sensation, the taste in your mouth will no longer be sweet as it was, and you may not even want to eat the ice cream further, because the thought of a bad news create that sensation within your tongue, taste buds, that you would like to spit it out. So our thoughts are very, very important. Our thoughts determine our state of mind. If we have violent thoughts, we perform violent actions. If we have good thoughts, we think and do good things. So, how do we discipline our thoughts? It is said in the scripture that man mana bhava, focus your mind on me. When you connect your mind to God, the highest source of energy, God is also an energy in a scientific way, if you say it. And He fills the energy within us. He fills the power within us. And so we are able to perform our actions in the right way. But the soul does not only have a mind, we have an intellect. When we speak about intellect, it is the judgmental factors that we have. Our body, our soul has the ability to judge and make decision, to discriminate. It is not the mind that does discrimination, because the mind is like a little child. The intellect or buddhi is like the judgmental factors. So it is our buddhi. That's why we say someone who is wise is buddhiwan. His intellect is very sharp and he can make the right decision. The mind cannot make the right decision. The mind is like a little child. So it is the buddhi that makes the decision. But the buddhi itself is influenced by our past remembrance, our past memory. And our past memory is in fact basically our sanskaras, because when we have some habits, some tendencies and some temperaments from a previous life, it can come over in this life and behave in a certain way. So it is important to know that we are also influenced by our past. How, in an ordinary way, let us take a simple example. If you have been into this location that I am here right now, and someone has asked you, well, I am inviting you to come to this place, but you had come to this place maybe 5 years ago, what would have happened? The moment you get the invitation that you have to come to this place, you remember something of the past when you came 5 years ago. When you came 5 years ago, there were many stray dogs. And what happened? Those stray dogs rushed you to bite you. So the moment I invite you to come here, the same place where you have been 5 years ago, what will happen? You will remember what happened to you 5 years ago, and that will influence your present decision. Should I go? Should I not go? Because I wonder if there are still stray dogs there and they may rush me like they did in 5 years ago. But this is ordinary memory. But we are also influenced by our past memories, and those memories can be from a previous birth, or if not a previous birth, many births from before. And they impinge on our mind and on our intellect, and we make decisions to that. Like if I ask you to come and you come here today, the fact is that at some point in time in the past, you are just repeating an action. If you didn't come here 5 years, 1,000 years or some time ago, you would not repeat that action, because in nature and in our Eastern philosophy, everything is cyclic. It goes in a cycle, just like how you have the world goes into Satyug, Treta Yug, Dwapar Yug, Kali Yug. But in our modern history, we only have the history of Dwapar Yug and Kali Yug. Nobody really truly has the experience and history that is recorded of Satyug and Treta Yug. Only in the deep Eastern yogic philosophy we know what existed during that period of time. And so the world history also changes based on our understanding, because we are seeing a limited period of time. We are seeing only from Dwapar Yuga onwards. We do not truly know Satyug and Treta Yuga because it's not recorded in the history books of today, and no one knows that. So it is very important to know ourselves, understand the universe, and also we need to know a little deeper and to establish a relationship with God, regardless of who we are. And God, as I see Him, God is a supreme being, and although He's a supreme being, Paramatma, the supreme soul, He is before Paramatma, He is Parampita. He is also our Father, Supreme Father. He is also our Param Satguru. He is also our teacher. So, so Father, teacher, and Satguru. These are three important relationships. The true Guru is God, the Supreme. Om Shanti.
Dames en heren, familie van ATEC, de familie van Fanny's Garage en de vertolkers van ook de meneer van Brandweer, van harte welkom. Een eer voor Fanny's om vandaag de familie van ATEC in het midden ons te hebben. Meneer Kodabaks, coördinator van Fanny's diensten, mag u ook erbij staan en ook, dan mag u van mij overnemen en daarna horen we meneer Ando.
Ja, ook van mijn kant welkom. De directeur van ATIX, meneer Ferro Antonius, en medewerkers, genodigden, medewerkers van het garage, ook welkom. Ik wil de Fanny's Garage even ook in het voetlicht plaatsen, omdat Fanny's Garage nodig heeft gevonden om ATIX uit te nodigen om zijn vleugels uit te breiden naar het westen van het land. En daarop heeft ATIX ook geanticipeerd. We zijn zover. Maar voordat we dat deel dus even behandelen, wil ik even zeggen dat Fanny's Diensten dus eigenlijk een organisatie is die met alles bezighoudt. Van alle stukken, van CBB-stukken, van justitie-stukken, mailzaken, van alles wat men eigenlijk vanuit Tikeri naar Paramaribo, dus hem aan sturen, dragen we de zorg voor om die zaken dus geregeld te krijgen. In dat kader dus hebben we dus een gat gezien in de markt dat, en ook ATIX, dat ATIX dus eigenlijk hier over vertaalwerk vanuit Tikeri, dus eigenlijk in Paramaribo kan regelen. En ze hebben volgens mij dus heel wat tussen vertalers in hun dienst.
Ook van mijn kant uit ieder welkom. Een deel van het personeel van ATIX, zoals u kunt zien, is hier aanwezig. Weliswaar moeten we zeggen dat wij daar in Paramaribo over een team van zeker tussen de 30 en 50 personen beschikken, die allemaal zij het in vaste dienst van ATIX of zij het op afroepbasis de werkzaamheden voor ATIX verrichten. Zoals meneer Kodabaks het eerder zei, zijn wij op verzoek van Fanny's naar Nikeri ook gekomen om zodoende ook onze diensten aan te bieden aan de Nigeriaanse gemeenschap. Het is ons een waar genoegen geweest en hebben wij deze uitnodiging ook geaccepteerd. Ik moet aangeven dat wij al ruime jaren cliënten vanuit Ikeri bij ons bedrijf krijgen voor vertaling van allerhande documenten en in allerlei talen. Zo levert ATIX bijvoorbeeld diensten in de talen Engels, Spaans, Portugees, Frans, Chinees, ga zo maar door Duits en schrikt u maar niet, ook zelf in het Chinees en in het Turks. Dus ook die diensten zullen wij aan de Nigeriaanse gemeenschap aanbieden. Ik moet zeggen dat het de Nigeriaanse gemeenschap heel goed en voordelig zal uitkomen, deze samenwerking met Fanny's Garage, omdat dat kostenbesparend kan zijn. We hebben vaker gevallen gehad waarbij mensen helemaal richting Paramaribo komen en dat mensen zelfs moeten overnachten of meerdere dagen doorbrengen in Paramaribo om dan terug te keren met hun vertaaldocumenten. Nu hebben zij de gelegenheid om kosten te besparen en hun documenten bij Fanny's Garage, het filiaal van ATIX om het zo te zeggen, bij Fanny's Garage aan de Winniestraat nummer 30 aan te leveren. En Fanny's Garage zorgt voor de verdere logistiek dat de documenten vanuit Nikeri naar Paramaribo worden verzonden en terug van Paramaribo naar Nikeri. Ik moet u aangeven dat ik ervan overtuigd ben dat financieel bekeken dat het de mensen voordeliger zal uitkomen. Desalniettemin zijn wij er om ook de Nigeriaanse gemeenschap onze diensten